tend to my dreams, swim in the ocean, if that's what I need. Will I find me a cowboy who can tend to my needs? Show me what love is, sweep me right off my feet, sweep me right off my feet. Well, can you hear me when I'm sitting at home? Floors are getting dirty, won't you throw me a bone over here, over here, over here, over here. Thank you, it's a new one. Thank you. You got this, Eli. Follow your heart is right. We all still doing okay? Right there? Hello, welcome. Sorry we were late. It's okay, I was late. So you're just following suit. Anybody love animals? Okay. Well, if you don't love animals, we can't be friends. So, only joking, kind of. As I mentioned, I'm living alone for the first time in my life, and I love it. I live in this little cottage in Hyde Park in Austin. I landed on my feet. I started a non-profit in the last couple of years at a children's home called Helping Hand Home for Children. I went and visited it one day and realized they didn't have a music program. This is a home for severely abused and traumatized children, and I'll speak more about that in a second. But the home that I'm now living in, this all kind of, the universe all aligned, this little cottage, which is 4 minutes from the home. I found it before I started the nonprofit. So it was just all these like really symbiotic things all happened. And I love this little cottage so much. And I have been trying to embrace the solitude and really get to know myself. And I've taken this real bond to my birds. So these birds come and sit on my porch, and I love them so much. I've named them. So there's these two doves. And the first year they came along and they made a nest in the corner, and then they moved it. They had one set of chicks, they had another set of chicks. It was just fascinating to watch. And I named them Kathleen and Jim, and I got to watch how they tended to each other, and both the male and the female both incubate the egg, so it's this joint thing, and it's just so beautiful. And I wrote this song after watching them. And then this year, I got to take our relationship to the next level because I got to see them having sex. And it was a really fascinating moment for me in my life. Have you ever seen birds? No, neither had I. And if you'd asked me how they do it, I would not have had a clue. But you know what? Kathleen and Jim took our relationships, as I say, to this next bonding stage. And I'm going to write a new song that's not so romantic about that. Because I do have a feeling that Jim is also just a complete player, and there's loads of Kathleens. And he just keeps bringing them over to my porch. And I'm like, oh, so sweet. It's Kathleen and Jim. And Jim's like, yeah. Anyway, this is my song for my birds. It's a marvelous morning as I'm sitting here watching you, feeling so lucky to be born. Could have never expected I'd be sharing this part of my life with you. Together we make this house our own. And she calls and he comes, sits there by her side. That's all I want from me. But I need to know who I am in this moment. I might be alone, but I'm learning to love all these parts of myself that I keep running away from. I keep trying to hide from this darker side of me. Some people make it look so easy,
Some of us somehow get stuck. So we're in this together, and we face this internal storm. Swear one surrounds me every day. What an honor and privilege to watch this companionship be born, teaching me more than I can say. She calls and he comes, sits there by her side, and that's all I want from you. But I need to know who I am in this moment. I might be alone, but I'm learning to love all these parts of myself that I keep running away from, keep trying to hide from this darker side of me. Some people make it look so easy, some of us somehow get stuck. Yes, I need to know who I am in this moment. I might be alone, but I'm learning to love all these parts of myself that I keep running away from, keep trying to hide from this darker side of me. Some people make it look so easy, some of us somehow get stuck.
Who would have thought it, eh? Two little birds having sex on a porch. Yeah, that's Kathleen and Jim. Thank you all so much for being here, by the way. As I mentioned, we have the music festival coming up. My friend that just arrived, we did something a little different this year for our artwork for She Rises. I wanted to have it painted by a painter that was living in New Mexico. Oh, sorry. And I reached out to my dear friend Alex, who just walked in, and she painted this magnificent piece for She Rises this year. So when you see any of the advertisements, she painted the mountain that is going to be our backdrop with the Indigenous women, with all different women from all different walks of life kind of going up the mountain to show that we're rising together. And it's just, I cried a lot when I saw it, and I can't wait. We're going to auction it off for the non-profit at the festival. So if you're all art lovers, check it out. And Alex is at the back, and that's Alex, our artist for this year. Sorry, Alex. And at that said festival, which, by the way, if you buy a ticket, I will love you forever. And if you don't buy a ticket and you want to just come and look me in the eye and tell me why, that would be wonderful. I'd really appreciate the feedback, because I'm really trying to grow as a festival director. And I'm only joking, obviously not. But I'm going to release another single at the festival. I wrote this next song, but I'm not. I wrote this next song after, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I love anything fantasy. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, anything that takes me into this other realm, because I do believe I lived in other realms somewhere, because I'm just bonkers. But I watched a lot of the Rings of Power, there, I'll translate it for you, power, that's so Irish. And I was thinking about She Rises, and I was thinking about how that, that real deep feeling in the pit of your stomach, whether it's like rage or happiness or sensuality, whatever it is, it sits there and it lives there. I wanted to reignite it. I wanted to be able to call it back. And I watched Lord of the Rings and sat with that feeling, and this is the song that came out. It's called Wild Woman, and before we start, I'm going to ask you to participate so you can cringe now. So get it out, get the cringe out, and then I'm going to ask you to sing back to me to embrace your wild woman. So any men in here are good for embracing their feminine side for a second? The divine feminine that lives in us all, eh? I love it. Feeling it. Y'all please give it up for my beautiful tech, Ashlyn, today. Driving us here, getting us here to start on time.
Well, I can see the walls are burning, tight as high, the water's rough, and I know my heart's a hurting from all these tales of dirt and rust. But I've been rolling and tumbling and walking through this mud. Time knows no distance, I think I've had enough. I'll keep on laughing, keep lighting up these skies. Safety's in numbers, so you better hide. There's a wild woman running through my veins, oh wild woman, keeping me insane. Wild woman, with a beauty you can take, oh wild woman, she'll make your heart break. Well, if we're made to be broken, it's the only way the light gets in. So on this day, let the truth be spoken. Don't let it burn beneath your skin. And all these red nails and hot lips and cocaine on ice, pour me a cold one, I might just play nice. Walk through this desert on high heels alone. Don't be a fool, 'cause this lioness is home. There's a wild woman running through my veins, a wild woman keeping me in shame. Wild woman with a beauty you can take, a wild woman, she'll make your heart break.
That's your part. Are you ready?
Wild woman, that's it. Wild woman.
Let me hear it. Yes!
There's a wild woman running through my veins, a wild woman keeping me insane. Wild woman with a beauty you can take, a wild woman, she'll make your heart break.
Thank you. July 18th. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Great. Okay, some water for the altitude. Where is it? Here we go. Julia, remind me the sets.
Pardon me?
The sets.
Well,
Do we do 2:45s?
4 minutes or one song.
One song? Perfect.
Right.
I didn't catch that on the way in. On the speedy entrance, I missed that one. So, okay, great. So, as I mentioned, in the last couple of years, I started my journey here in the duo Beat Root Revival, and we still are going strong. Playing a lot. Very excited for the barn dance this year. And for the preview, that's right, in Santa Fe on July the 25th. Yes, so after you all attend the She Rises Festival, we'll all come back to Santa Fe together. No, I'm really excited about that. That's with Michael Hearn and Chuck Cannon. That's going to be really great. And it's at the museum. Military Museum, thank you so much. There's a lot of information in my brain right now, I appreciate it. So the 25th, and you can buy tickets now for that. But yes, so I started my journey with Beat Root Revival, love it. We've had incredible experiences in the music industry. We've traveled the world with some of the most iconic acts that I could have never imagined would have happened. They put us on their tour bus and took us around the world for 3 years. Dream come true stuff. But after the pandemic kind of slowed everybody down, I really needed to get back to like the truth of why I started playing music in the first place. I am a very capable person, not to be, I'm very humble as well, obviously. No, but I can wear a lot of hats, and it can be a blessing and also a curse, because it means that you can do a lot of things better than a lot of people. I'm such a dick, I'm sorry. But so when you're building things, it's really hard to not do everything, and I was kind of finding myself doing that in many capacities, and I really wanted to get back to the truth of why I started playing music when I was a little girl. In Ireland, therapy is still very taboo. The fact that I have a therapist, my sisters are like, "You're so American." I'm like, okay. Oh, do you want to play this? My whistle. I lost my whistle, and it's at Family Ireland. I left it at a radio show in Santa Fe, and I thought I'd never see it again. Oh, hi. Oh my God, that's so good. Oh, there's my whistle, everybody. Oh, thank you, Ashlyn. So yes, where was I? Oh, talking about therapy. And so as a little girl, I always turned to creativity. I have been a very sensitive little soul my whole life, and never really knew how to process that in a family that, you know, are very strong and very loving, but we don't talk about the real stuff too much. Irish culture. So I always turned to music. And so after I spent this afternoon, I told you about at the children's home, and recognized they didn't have any music in their lives, I just felt this calling to kind of get back to that core value system of what I've always had, that I believe music should be. It should be for everybody. We know that it ticks the walls down for us. And to watch these children who are in complete fight or flight all the time get back to being a kid again through music it was just incredible. I did one workshop and saw the magic happen immediately. Some of the staff were like, "We haven't seen that child's teeth yet. Like, that's the first time he smiled." And it's just like been remarkable things like that. And I wrote this song with that all in mind, because what I've seen from those kids, I've now been doing it for 2 years. Ashlyn is one of my music helpers. We go in every single Tuesday and we bring workshops to the kids, and knowing their stories, which is the worst case scenario you could ever imagine, yet seeing the resilience that they bring to the workshop every day and want to, you know, be loved, which everyone deserves that, and want to feel safe and seen. It's just mind-blowing. So I wrote this little song called "Don't Let It Define You," and that goes for everybody. You know, we all have shit going on, and you got to sit with it, you got to feel it, but don't let it be your everything, because there's always time will help you get to the other side. Again, you're welcome for the therapy. Don't need a reason to be kind, just need some patience and time to heal myself. This heart that I own, it sometimes slips. The
Youngest of three, I felt abandoned on the ship. Never alone when I'm with you, yet I nurse this broken heart. Color inside me is shifting, and the light sometimes gets dark. Don't let it define you. 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 No. The eye of the storm will always pass. Keep talking to God and hope this conversation lasts. Clean up your mind, the dust gets thick. If I don't speak my truth, it's like my mouth gets filled with bricks. What if my family could tell me that they're proud of what I done? Forgive me that I had to come so far away. Don't let it define you. 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 Don't let it define you now. What if it's not an easy fix? Turn to the ones that have the wisdom with no tricks. Tell me the secret to this life is let people love you 'cause it's lonely in the night. What if our mind's always twisted and I can't undo the knot? What if the love I've been shown is hard as rock? Don't let it define. Don't let it define. Don't let it define. Don't let it define you. 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 Don't let it define you.
Thank you so much. That's Eli Menezes. Randy on the sound. We're going to take a very short break. Thank you all so much for being here. very grateful to be here with y'all. Did you have some nice snacks? You know what? I said y'all before I came here. When I was a high school music teacher. I know there was something calling me from a very far time, like from a long time ago. When I was a music teacher, I taught in a high school just outside London, the music department, and my kids used to be like, "Hi, y'all," because I'd be like, "Come on in, y'all." I said it for a long time. I knew I was destined to come here and say y'all. This, again, a great segue. Did not mean for this to happen. This is a song about being, I remember sitting, being really sad and missing home. And then something just swooped in and like slapped me across the face and was like, you get to make music for a living and you live in Austin, Texas, and your full-time job is writing songs and performing. Things are good. So I was like, oh, I'm really grateful. It was like this whirlwind moment, and I wrote this song.
So won't you lean on me, baby? you lean on me, baby? And as I walk this line, I'll lean on you. So I guess I'll keep on trying, just to give my best to you.
Thank you so much. Eli Menezes. My goodness. I just feel like the luckiest person alive some days. Most days, actually. To get to make music with people that not only are the most talented people in the world, but also feel it with every inch of their heart and soul. That is Eli right here. Pure heart and soul. Oh, I know. Any weirdos in the house? Anybody feel weird? No? You're all like, no, not me, no. Okay, me. My hand will be like this. Yeah, me, teacher. I wrote this trying to just accept the fact that, out of my family, extended family, my best childhood friends, I have taken the most different path. My path has not been the same as everybody's. And I tried to do the normal thing. As soon as I got my music degree, I remember waking up in the middle of the night and going down to my parents and being like, I want to go to Nashville and I want to do this. And my dad was like, because I'd been offered a scholarship to do music education, like a master's, and also get a teaching degree all at the one time. And I had this moment where I was like, no, I just want to go to America. And my dad was like, no, please do the teaching thing. Just, try it. So I did. I went back to bed and I was like, okay. So I did it and I ended up falling in love with my, not actually falling in love with the students. Falling in love with the job. Okay, you knew what I meant. Falling in love with the job. For 4 years, I ended up giving my whole life for 4 years to these kids, and it was amazing. And then it was a little kid came up to me. It was my form class, and I was so young. When I was teaching, I went into teaching at 24, so I was only 26 at this time, and this kid was 18. So there wasn't a huge. I know he would sit and we'd do morning coffee, and I loved my form class. It was a group of 15, 18, 19-year-olds, and he sat with me, and they always made me my coffee in the morning. They were just adorable. Because they got to be with the cool music teacher, Not that I'm that cool, but I was younger than most teachers. And he sat one day, it was one morning, and his name's Alex, and he just was like, you know what, miss? You're constantly trying to help us find what we should do with our lives and where we should go, but you're not doing it. And I was like, what? And he was like, you're not doing it. You want to write songs and perform, and you're here working with us. We love you. We all love you, but you're not actually out there doing what you really want to do. And that must have been, I can't remember what point of the year, but I think 3 weeks later I went into my principal and I was like, I'm leaving. He was like, no, don't leave. And I was like, no, I'm leaving. And I ended up, I left that. I went down to part-time and then I left and then I came to America. And so that's been my pathway. And I wrote this song just about embracing. I'm so glad that I embraced the scary, not normal thing.
The water runs both ways, Lord. The smell of the sadness is rolling away. I'm cornered in my way. My head hit the bottom and the bridge it did burn. Normal people all seem to know what to do. Something's wrong with me, 'cause I just cannot follow suit. Maybe we die just before we can know what really lies underneath these bones. I'm sailing, sailing away, Lord. This fearless compassion has started to change. Well, I can't, no, I can't just stay the same, no. My head hit the bottom and the bridge it did burn. Normal people all seem to know what to do. Something's wrong with me, 'cause I just cannot follow suit. Maybe we die just before we can know what really lies underneath these walls. Maybe we die just before we can really believe. But I'm learning to be me. The tears that fall on my pillow are the most honest words that I know. When I cry in the darkness, the truth is known. Yes, it's known. Maybe we die just before we can know what really lies underneath these bones. Maybe we die just before we can really believe. But I'm learning to be. Learning to be. I'm learning to be. Me.
Thank you. Thank you. I wrote a brand new song last week. Actually wrote 2 songs last week. Not the new one. We're gonna do the new one. New. Still very, very new. Haven't got through it fully yet, so bear with me, friends. But I like it.
Working out the kinks.
Working out the kinks. That's how we get to know them. I love falling in love. I'm just not very good at staying there. I can fall in love like every day with a million things. Like I genuinely think I fall in love with trees. Like I see a tree and I'm like, oh, whew, look at that big tree. Whew, it's lovely. For real though, like a big, magnificent tree. Anybody else out there? Do you get me? Yeah, like it's like they take over you and you're like, this is how this the magnitude and the like, and it's so much bigger and more powerful and it gives us life and how we're just so inadequate compared to a tree. Anyway, not to make you feel bad. But anything, the tree, a leaf, blade of grass, an animal. I love my family. I love my friends. I love romantic love. I'm just really shit at it, clearly, and not like I'm not like ooh, playing a violin or anything. I got some kinks, as Eli said, to work out in that area. But I tried to capture the feeling of falling in love in this little song. This brand new one. Just because it's nice to do it. Feel free to come and give me love advice after. What is the secret? I don't think there is one. I think I'm meant to be. Yeah. There we go. It still doesn't even have a home. Name.
Decorated my home, painted it black, put a rug on these old wooden floors to cover the cracks. I filled it up with the signs of an old bitter heart that keeps looking for something better, and it tears me apart. But I just wanna keep falling in love again. Just wanna keep falling. Why does it have to end? Maybe if I could give it up, forget myself and fill your cup, I wouldn't be falling. I'd just be in love. So I'll just take it slow, watch the water just drip, like a bridge over dried up land. I have to just sit and wait for my turn to truly be understood. Until that moment arrives, maybe I could, oh, I could just keep falling. Just keep falling. Why does it have to end? Maybe I could give it up, forget myself and fill your cup, I wouldn't be falling. I'd just be in love.
For music helps. And if you don't want to buy them and donate your beautiful hard-earned cash to children in need, no worries. I know you hate children. I'm only joking. Irish humor. What was the next song I was going to do? Maybe I'm ready. I got my whistle back. I actually think, so my sister, I started in a little family folk band when I was 7 years old. I didn't start drinking in the bar until I was 11. So it's all good. But my sister was the flute player and the whistle player, so I never played these. So these are actually my sisters. So every time I lose them or misplace them, I'm like that. My big sister, she's 8 years older than me. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Even though they're mine now. But yeah, this next song, I'm going to play my whistle that I got back for you on it. And when I first wrote this, I think I was hiding behind it, to be honest. I think I do that quite a lot. I think it's okay to do that, though. And it definitely, I was telling myself, and there's an element of truth. I was telling myself this is about my little dream of as a girl trying to make it in the music industry, and always thinking that, oh, I wish I was there, or I wish I was there. But the song has kind of taken a different meaning for me since I have kind of opened my heart up to the possibility of something else. And I now think that this is a little song about trying to get myself ready for true love, real love. And I don't know what that looks like. Again, feel free to impart your wisdom on me after. This is a little song about it. As I talk to you, as I'm sitting here for an hour, leaning on this bar stool on a rainy Friday night, and I tell you the truth, and I know that you can feel it. I can see it in your body as you shift upon that seat. What am I to do if I can't let go? What am I to do if I keep holding on? Gotta forgive, gotta grow, gotta listen, let it go. What if I missed every chance because of a bad circumstance? I fell in love, argued with it, broken my heart, closing the gate. What if the time needed to pass so I could get ready? So I could get ready. So I share this with you, tell you all my secrets, all the tales of what I've done, and I'm nervous 'cause they're true. Oh yes, I've been reprimanded, broken and branded, told myself I'm not enough, and even worse, believed it's true. But who am I to you if I keep going on like this? Who am I to you if I can't stop it all? Gotta forgive, gotta grow, gotta listen, let it go. What if I missed every chance because of a bad circumstance? I fell in love, argued with it, broken my heart, closing the gate. What if the time needed to pass so I could get ready?
to go, and what sun's in its flare. If the walls hold, then all we had to show is that we're not afraid. But I gotta forgive, gotta grow, gotta listen, let it go. What if I missed every chance 'cause of a bad circumstance? I fell in love, argued with fate, broken my heart, closing the gate. But what if the time needed to pass so I could get ready? Yes, I could get ready. Yes, I could get ready. Yes, I could get ready. And maybe I'm right. And maybe we're right. Yes, maybe I'm right. And maybe we're right.
Thank you, thank you.
Felt it in my bones. All the feeling. I blame you.
Basically, I'm such a reflection of like energy. So like if I feel safe and I feel like we're having a good energy exchange, then I feel like it just keeps growing and evolving, you know. So thank you for being a safe place. I mean that. Thank you.
Where are we? Let's see. So we do. Let's do. We have time for like 3 more.
Oh yeah, we got time. Okay.
Should we do some? Oh, Ashton, do you want to play guitar? Is this like your dream?
Oh, she had a dream that I asked her to come up to play guitar, and she wasn't expecting it. Gemini Darkness, 2 chords. This is one of my best friends on the planet. We're both Geminis, so thank you.
Want to see? Are you good? No. Okay.
Well, please give it up for Ashlyn being put on the spot. I'll play drum. Oh, I'll play drum. Oh, she's a drummer on guitar. Yeah, the most talented friends on the planet. Any Geminis in the house? Oh, great. Oh, I love it. I wrote this about trying to embrace being a Gemini, because sometimes you say Gemini. Yeah, well, you say Gemini and people go, ooh. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. I'm creative and crazy and dynamic and loyal and creative. But it was just one of those days where I was feeling the like darker side of my personality. You know, there's 2 of them. They both have they both are very important parts, right? We need the dark to see the light, all that, you know? And this just fell out. And I'm actually releasing a version of this on the piano. I'm in the studio at the minute recording new music, and it's turning out really lovely. I'm really excited about it. But I went in to try and figure out what to do, and they had just had the piano tuned. And I'm not, like, I would never call myself a piano player. I play instruments like a dancer, so I do understand music because I studied it, but I don't retain it. So everything that I do is patterns. So I like sat down at the piano, and I didn't even realize I changed the key of this song, but I just sat down and the engineer started rolling, and I played this piano version of this song, which is very different to this version, but it's going to come out next week. So if you want to check it out, it's just me on piano. It's very vibey and moody, but we're going to give you the up punchy one right now. Can I ask you to participate again? Sure, cringy cringe. So as a Gemini, I have 2 parts of the personality, so I'm going to split you into 2 parts of my head. So you're my hays and you're my woes, okay? So we're going to go 1. Hey! 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 One more. Hey! If you do it louder, the person beside you gets louder. Hey! There we go. Amazing. Okay, great. You guys? Woo! 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 Oh, the woes are good. Okay, Hayes, come on. You hear the woes? Competition. Hey! Come on. Yes! Beautiful!
I stay on my side, you stay to yours. We march together, let love be pure. I thought I needed you to keep me torn, but light illuminates this dark and sharpened thorn. I can get rained on, and I can get dirty, and as I walk through the room, I know that you're hurting, but I hear the whispers behind these burning doors, and I find grace to leave the shore and keep my hunger wanting more. Hey! Woo! Hey! Hey! Woo! Lay down these silk threads, sit back and wait. So I walk away from you and I know my heart will break. But I see the chaos on the dinner plate. Pick up the suitcase and I keep walking straight. Somebody somewhere to keep the light burning. The Gemini darkness, 'cause it's all the learning. But alchemy keeps me warm through this morning storm. And I see truth on the bathroom stall that lets me listen to my call. Hey! Woo! Yes! Guided by the air, haunted by the fire. Love the shallow water keeps me higher. Guided by the air, haunted by the fire. Love the shallow water keeps me higher. Guided by the air, haunted by the fire. I love the shallow water keeps me higher. Guided by the air, haunted by the fire. Love the shallow water. Keeps me high. So as I mentioned, I'm from Belfast, and I grew up there my entire life until I was moved over to Kent. My 23, 24 in England. But yeah, my whole life I spent in Ireland,
most of my summers in Donegal. That's where I learned the drum, that boron drum, spelled Bodhran, in case you're wondering. Sure, why not? But yes, this next song I'm going to play for you, I grew up during the Civil War in the north of Ireland. I grew up just probably like 10 minutes from the city centre. And the area that I lived in, as much as we were really sheltered, my dad was really good to keep us pretty sheltered from all of the terror that was happening. You can't help but just drink it in, especially being a sensitive, open soul. And I'd never written about it. I've never written about my experience growing up. I just was like, oh, that was just my life, so that's just the way it was. And I had a conversation with a friend one night, and he lives in the south of Ireland, and I talked, and I told him a couple of things. He was like, what? I had no idea that's what was going on. I was only like 5 hours down the road, and my life was serene. I was out in the fields playing, you know. And I still had a beautiful childhood and a beautiful upbringing. But there were just certain things that definitely impacted me. So like I have a real dislike and distaste for unfair judgment and any form of labeling, because that's what I grew up. Whatever side of the fence you sat on, you were treated differently by a group of people, and that didn't ever make sense to me. And I was an athlete growing up too, so I played for my country, so we obviously wanted to put the best foot forward for Ireland. So you don't want to be like, oh, well, if you're not this religion, you're not going to get onto the team. So I ended up just never thinking about religion. I just thought about, hey, we're going to go and represent Ireland. This is amazing. So I got a great outlook on that. But yet there were still areas of my life that my childhood best friend, I was never allowed to go into her house because of the way, because of my religion. No, I wasn't even brought up in the church or anything. We're just brought up to be good people. But those things seep in, especially to young children. I didn't understand it. I was like, why am I not allowed to go in there? And people just always ask, like, how do you spell your surname? And I'm like, why don't you just ask me? Because I'm not going to, it doesn't bother me what I am. I don't know why it bothers you. Well, I do know, but can we please move on? So I put it into this song. I'm very proud to be from Belfast. I'm very proud that we found peace in the mid-90s, and we're holding tight to it, and I pray that continues. Looking back at what could have been, piercing through the memories that built me. Blue gates every morning to the school down the road, 'cause I'm a Belfast girl who's seen more than you know. Daydream, believing, always wanting more. The border would close and I couldn't buy. Constantly question of what a road I lived on, 'cause I'm a Belfast girl who's seen more than you know. On troubled streets painted with gold, tattooed with anger, and oh how it showed.
they've grown. 'Cause I'm a Belfast girl, you see, more than you know. 'Cause I'm a Belfast girl, you see, more than you know. I sit at this Texas bar, further away than most. With an ache in my heart, and it's calling me home. The west coast of Ireland gave me all that I owe. 'Cause I'm a Belfast girl, you see. But under all of these painted stone faces of wonder, and oh how they've grown. 'Cause I'm a Belfast girl who's seen more than you know. 'Cause I'm a Belfast girl who's seen more than you know.
Thank you so much. We do one more? Would you like one more? Okay. Oh, stop. Would you like one more? Oh, stop. Okay. Personal? Okay, so you would be doing me a really big favor. We have to fly back tomorrow, and I have like 6 vinyl out there I do not want to fly with. And this song, all of the songs are actually on the live album with a live record at Sea Boys, which has the whole set on it. So if you're a vinyl person, grab it. If you're not a vinyl person, thank you just for taking one anyway. Poster it, put it on your wall or something. This is a little song, you know, and it's the ending, nearly the end of this album, close to the end. Again, thank you so much, Julia and Randy, for having me, and Anna, Eli, and Ashlyn. Really appreciate it. Thank you for choosing to come and spend your Sunday afternoon here. Really appreciate you. And if you want to come and support women and a non-profit music festival, July 17, 18, 19 in Taos at K-Tao Dali. She Rises. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. VIP, yay! Oh, yeah, it's going to be a really lovely time. me your fingers. Yeah.
Reach out and touch faith. Yeah. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers. Someone who cares. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers. Someone who feeling unknown when we're all alone. Flesh and bone by the telephone. Pick up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. Things on your chest you need to address. I don't know, but you have to confess. 'Cause you're my forgiver, you know I'm a believer. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayer. Someone who cares. The one and only Eli Menezes. Personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers. Someone who cares. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers. Someone who cares. Y'all, thank you so much for having me. Please again give it up for Randy and Julia. Make some noise for Eli Menezes on that guitar. Ashton Chanafel for sitting in. I am Andrea Magee. Please check out She Rises Fest on Music Helps ATX. Enjoy the rest of your day. Woo!
back in Santa Fe.